This is that one song that you heard so many times, and every time you hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song. But then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry. Yeah. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know. Yeah. Whoa. East Coast with that gang, gang. You know we don't play games, whoa. Hop up on that wagon, oh please just get out the way. You know we stay stuck.
He's heating up!
Right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast, go ahead, stand up. Put that
He's
glass and
heating up!
hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up.
He's
Got
on
that
fire!
change, we bagged up. Crew love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy, drip so sick, I'm queasy, whoa. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang.
Don't forget to watch where the sun don't shine.
Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime, always in prime,
The more
always
you
on
hate
time.
me, the
My
more
time to
you will
shine.
learn.
Wifey is fine, I'm doing fine. Glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you are all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Bear like T'Challa, Wakanda attack. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang.
What are you looking at, butthead?
Shampoo my crotch.
Hadouken! Hadouken! Hadouken!
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Your hamburger comes with a dose of misogyny. Our whiteness is part of the problem of meat eating.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Create a safer and more equitable world for fat people.
Let's not address that at all. Let's just ignore it.
End anti-fatness.
What is happening here?
Sexy fishes.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Eat shit, Derek.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles, testicles. Oh, welcome everyone to episode 22 hundo and 24 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yell hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swole, yo, back with another episode. Today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexin' on all
Fucking
you
Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Slap on your nips. Fucking flex for you beaches. It's a goddamn Daily Swole. All right, pinch those nips. Gorillas for everyone. Welcome to the Mancast. If it's your first time, drop in the comments down below. If it's your first time watching live, make sure you drop some cherries in the comments so we can haze you. And let me tell you, it's very fun to be hazed here on the Mancast. Welcome to the show, everyone. Make sure you share the live stream right now. We're live on every platform known to fucking man, thedailyswole.com. That's www.thedailyswole.com for all those links. And of course, you could join the greatest fam in the fucking realm, get unlimited access to programs, yoga, meditation, all 7 pillars, meditation, all 7 pillars over there at swolenormousx.com. Oh shit. Couldn't hold it any longer. So yeah, we have a lot of stuff going on, and you know what? We're just going to jump right into it. We got to bust the falcon open. We got to get the nut open. We have to go into the tip. We got to spit on all that. But we have a big announcement. We can't even wait, can we? Cerny, you just broke the silence. DWG is back, baby. Let's fucking go. How many of you saw today's Driving While Gaining? So if you don't know, Driving While Gaining, uncensored and uncircumcised, is for members only inside Swole TV. So we are back with DWG. We are back with DWG, and I think that's very exciting. It's on the Swole Enormous channel on YouTube, and don't worry, we're going to have some vertical cuts. We have to get some edits that might make it through the censors for Instagram and for TikTok and such. So go and check it out over there at Swole Enormous on YouTube, and we'll put on Rumble as well. So DWG is back. Driving While Gaining is back in full effect, and I'm very excited about that. Inside Swole TV, you get access to DWG uncensored and uncircumcised. So with the new DWG releases, some of them are going to be just too fucking hot to post publicly, so members only. And we're going to have a lot of cool things. We're going to have like outtakes. We're going to have bonus cuts. We're going to have the uncircumcised versions, right? Kind of like the Papa Swole's director's cut, because sometimes we'll have an edit and there'll be sections where we just like, I already have some of these edits, and some of these sections are like, no, they have to be cut out. So we're still going to post some of these, but you'll get the full uncut inside Swole TV. So another reason to join the fam. But DWG is back. I am so fucking excited. Gorillas. Hey, you stop sniffing that shit. We got Rufus here. Let's go. Let's say hi to Rufus. Rufus in the chat. What's up, everyone? Say, aw. We got the Tainty cam, everyone. The Tainty cam has returned, and everyone can drop some puppy emojis. Rufus looking sexy like a snack. Thank you so much. If you saw the DWG, drop in the comments what you thought about it. Kim Weinels, DWG is fire. I love the DWGs. Thank you so much. Cerny, obviously, I know you fucking love it. Jen, I did. The new DWG is fire. I'm so excited. DWG is the fucking greatest. So thank you so much for everyone that watched it. Again, that's on the Swole Enormous channel on YouTube, and we'll post on the Swole Enormous Rumble. We just kind of started doing Rumble a little bit on the for the Swole Enormous page. I stream there for the Daily Swole, but of course YouTube is where all the classic DWGs are. That's where the entire playlist is. So go and check it out. Subscribe to the Swole Enormous page on YouTube as well. That being said, let's get into today's episode. Share the stream, hit that share button. We got some awesome posts to cover today. Let's not waste any more time. I wouldn't say it's wasting time. I say it's getting to know the fam, getting turned on a little bit for a little mancast. Here we go. Falcon time, and put some respect on it. Falcon. Put some respect on it. Super taint, baby. Super fucking taint. Drop that super taint. And speaking of super taint, we got Rufus here joining us for today's Mancast. If you're just tuning in, hashtag super taint for a chance to win today's Swole card. We'll give that away at the end of today's episode. Let's get into that tip. Everyone moisturize, take a sip of water. Spit on it. Oh yeah. Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. It's actually not cold outside. It was raining a second ago. Actually, it wasn't. It was super hot, super brutally hot and beautiful and sunny all day. And then all of a sudden it just started raining, which is perfect because it's perfect time for a Mancast. All right, let's get into some posts from the Swole fam. All these posts are from Inside Swolenormous X. First one is from Annika Lee. And she writes, so I am going to ease up on the weights slightly in Swole season due to my shoulder capsule being swollen at the moment. Needs anti-inflammatory cream for 2 weeks unless I don't work out for a week. That'd be a smart move. Good news is my ear is completely open now and draining finally. Oh my goodness, you got a lot of stuff going on. All right, anti-inflammatory cream. I'm not a big fan of those. You need to get Annika, do you have an ice bath? You need to get an ice bath. I need to get you in the sauna and the ice bath. I know you're in the pool a lot, but that's nowhere near as cold as an ice bath. So you'd like that for recovery. Let's see. We got a post here from Ooh. Holy shit. Holy shit. Are you ready, fam? Are you ready for this one? We got to get into this box.
What's in the box?
We got to open this fucking can. This is epic. I'm going to try to cover that up first. Hold on. I want to show you this. Let's read this first. Let's read this first and then show you the pictures. I zoomed in really quick so you couldn't see it. From Christine in the Facebook group. Hi, fam. Just wanted to jump on and give a quick update. My show is in 17 short days. And we are fighting hard in the gym every morning, still listening, catching up really to the podcast every morning during my 4 a.m. workout. I'm simultaneously incredibly excited yet nervous beyond belief. At this point, I am down 98.6 pounds. Pictures to show where I started versus where I'm at. Keep crushing it, fam. You all inspire me daily. Now, you want some fucking swole, not swole phobia, swole philic. Look at that shit. Look at that. Down 100 pounds, shredded to the fucking just diced up. Good for you. I hope you crush your show. Let us know how you do. It's an accomplishment regardless, just competing. Look at that shit. What is going on? I'm going to give you a what the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that in the nicest possible way? Because that change, like what the fuck am I looking at here? What am I looking at? Does anyone know what I'm looking at here? What are we looking at? What is this? What is this? It's like you shed your skin of your previous self and like this ripped, like, I don't know, Dragon Ball Z body came out. That's amazing. That's amazing. Good for you. Holy shit. Let's get some Rufus. Let's get some Rufus. Let's get some more gorillas. He's out. He's out. Someone who is not fat phobic indeed. Oh my God. Look at those floppy ears. Lovely. Lovely, Christine. Keep crushing it. We got a post here from Keith. Keith writes, I wish my family would eat better. I keep cooking and offering food. Maybe when they keep seeing me getting better and they aren't, they will make the change. All right. We need some support for Keith. A lot of people deal with this, Keith. It's really hard to encourage other people. You can encourage other people. You want to be kind. You want to welcome them in. You want to make sure that you leave the door open for them to ask questions. And if they're really interested in making changes, you can't do all the work for them, but you can definitely guide them in the right direction. 7 pillars, all that. But you can't force people to do this. You know, they have to want it themselves and for the right reasons. And education can definitely help. But so many people are just fucking gone. They're gone. They're gone. There was a comment. Shit. I didn't take a picture, but there was a comment on, you know what? I'm going to look it up right now. I'm going to try to keep it low. It's on my TikTok. I hope that audio doesn't come on really loud. Let me see here. There was an amazing comment that really hit the nail on the head. Let's see. Okay. Check this out. Let me just take a picture of it so I have it. All right. This quote here, this statement is great. Says, humans have destroyed the natural order of things so thoroughly that things like quality sleep and real food feel like folk tales. I'll read that again. Humans have destroyed the natural order of things so thoroughly that things like quality sleep and real food, both those in quotes, feel like folktales. And that's a real humbling statement. And it's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. A rare, amazing comment on TikTok. And this is what we talk about all the time. It's like a myth. People are so plugged into the matrix, and I don't want to say I don't have hope. I don't want to say I'm not optimistic, but man, we just keep on, like here in the Swole fan, we keep on hammering the same nail. But the comments that I see, the responses that I see are just, people are so out to lunch. They're so disconnected. Forget about even talking about it's, the level is so, the bar is set so low. So when we talk about what is healthy in our society, who are you comparing it to? So when we talk about fitness, we talk about health, and people say, well, fat is healthy or 300 pounds is healthy. What are most people sick and dying really bad? What's most people's definition of health? That's the problem. What I talk about in terms of health, that's not even close to what most people think of as health. That's why when someone says, they're eating healthy, for example, it's like, what do you mean healthy? You tell me what you think healthy is. And usually it's complete and utter trash in my personal experience and opinion. It's just people are just completely disconnected from what we talk about here. You just can't underestimate it. You can't underestimate it. So what Keith is doing is just leading by example. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. You can make the food, you can provide information. If someone is interested, you can show them the 7 pillars. You can send them a link. They could download their copy, or you can take them to the gym or educate them on foods. And if they're responsive to it, but a lot of people are going to be defensive because if you're telling someone, hey, I figured this out, I feel great, here's how I'm doing this to get healthy and X, Y, and Z, people are going to take that as an insult. Well, what do you mean? I'm not healthy? You think I look like shit? You think I'm fat? Reality is like, yeah, I do. Do you want some good information or no? And then people get offended, get angry, instead of actually taking it as a call to action, right? We got a post here from Nick, and we talked about this a little bit about this exercise in the Telegram chat. And Nick wrote, these are rough, wearing my toxic muscularity tank. And I want to say, hell yeah, bro. That's what I'm talking about. You can't see it in the picture. You can't see it in the picture, but Nick's wearing that toxic muscularity. I got that here. I got the image here. If you haven't checked it out, we talk about it once in a while when these things come up, but make sure over at papaswolio.com, check out the apparel. Remember, because you're listening to the show, use code DailySwole for 10% off. Check out that toxic muscularity. Those designs are awesome. Don't forget to sun the nips too. Don't be sleeping on the nips. Do I have the new updated picture? We have all these different colors that we released in the accountability meeting. So this is just the black style, but there's like light blue, there's red, there's green. Check it out. And looks really retro. I like it. Sun the nips. Get some sun on those fucking nips. But if you have maybe some tips, if you have some tips or anything for Keith with family, we know it's just lead by example for the most part. But if any of you have anything that really hits home, good advice for Keith, you can drop it in the comments. We'll read it. Last post here from Tina. Other than training tips to run in next year's rock and roll marathon, other than training tips, I can run maybe a 5K, but endurance tips to strengthen the legs and knees to push past that. So if anyone has experience doing long distance running, I mean, it's all about training. It's all about training properly. My recommendation that most people are not going to give, you need to strengthen. It's really important. I fucking hate long distance running on concrete with these goddamn awful shoes that, fluff the heel so much. I think it's just terrible for the body. But I would learn how to run midfoot, start transitioning towards more neutral soled shoes and things that improve your posture. They might be a little bit more expensive, but start looking into that. It's just great for your overall longevity and reducing injury risk. Strengthen your anterior tibialis, making sure you're strengthening your knees, higher repetitions. Don't overdo it, the weight training. You have to periodize and train your running. But bottom line, what I would encourage you to do is to make sure that you are running properly, because the rest of it doesn't fucking matter if you have terrible running form. And most people do. Just keep that in mind. I'm not an expert in running, but I did do the longest runs I ever did were like was a half marathon? No, it was a 10K. So that's like 6 miles. I did it. I would do 10K trail runs. So I did those in Vibrams. I did those in barefoot shoes, and I would win them. So I went through a period where I was doing tons of like endurance style shit. So trail runs were fucking huge. And that was a lot of fun. We did them I'm down here in Florida, but we did those on mountain bike courses in these like state parks. So they would shut it down for the bicycles, and you kind of have like the hills and stuff. So it was all, man-made, of course, but it was pretty fucking awesome. Okay, Jarella, people are really mentally weak these days. Everything upsets them. Everything is a personal attack. Yep. Everyone's just floating around their safe space. You know what I'm saying? All right, so good for you, Tina. Good for you if we have any big runners. I think Pedro's a runner. I don't know if any of you do a lot of long distance running, but my question is why? Why is a marathon a thing for you? Why is that a goal of yours? What's the reason for it? Just make sure you do it properly, because running is very common to cause injuries because of the overuse. It's just the same movement over and over again. It can be pretty functional, but I prefer sprinting and shorter distances. It's definitely better for your health, in my opinion, and also for muscle retention. If you're doing a lot of lifting, long distance running does not mesh with heavy weightlifting. So it depends on what you want to achieve. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to push back a little bit on this. I know a lot of people have these shoes. So Twisted Yoga Girl says, I have a pair of Hoka shoes designed for running. You know what's also designed for running? Your fucking feet. I'm just going to say it. Your feet. Your feet. Your body's designed for running as is. But I'm not telling you to go run completely barefoot. A little bit of a troll, but it's damn true. Okay, let's get into some knowledge. Cock, we're already there. So drop a question if you have it in the comments down below. Hashtag AskPapaSwole. Remember, we have a Super Taint Swole card. Tainty Boy is kind of punched out, but make sure you use the hashtag SuperTaint for a chance to win today's Swole card, and we'll give that away at the end of today's episode. Let's take our first question here from Roland Images on Instagram. Papa Swole, what part of the day is the best/worst time for the body to work out? I think whenever you can is awesome. I think it's better earlier in the day. First thing, or earlier in the day is better. I do not think that training late at night is good. I don't think that's optimal. I don't think it makes sense. I think it's going to negatively affect people's sleep. Not to mention, if you do it late at night, then you have a big meal afterwards, and then you're sleeping. It can be challenging. And if you work long days, I encourage you to try to work out first. I don't care how long the day is. If you have a long day, you're not going to want to train after. If you do physical labor for 14 hours a day and then you're going to go to the fucking gym, no. Waking up, going to the gym first, and then you have your long work day. And that's much, much more effective. Trust me, I know. I've done it before. Okay, so there really is no, I don't want to say there's a best and worst time. Doesn't mean you can't make gains at night. And some of you, with whatever your schedule is, you just don't have a choice. Maybe you work nights. So, or you work, whenever you work is, let's say 2 a.m. to 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 4 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? You have this ridiculously weird schedule. You get my point. Then obviously you're not going to have to be able to work if you're working at that time. But if you have a lot of labor, a lot of physical energy expenditure, I don't blame you. If you're working all fucking day doing construction, you're not going to want to go to the gym after. Go first. Doesn't mean you don't go. You go first. Mark, Papa Swole, did you hear about the woman who intentionally blinded herself because she believes she was supposed to be born blind? No, you fucking idiots. No.
You're not making this easy on me, boy.
What is this? The trans ableism, right? Are these the people that are cutting off limbs because they believe they shouldn't have a limb? That's some serious that's some fucked up. Those people are so fucked up. That's so fucked up. Tyler, Papa Swole, I did reverse sled pulls and was wondering, does the posture matter? Always. How should the knees be? They should be functional. You're just walking backwards, dude. You're walking backwards. Do you have a belt or do you have an upper body harness? I just have you could just use a dip belt, and it's better off using a dip belt. It's better off having it around your waist than an upper body harness, I found. I like it better. You don't want your knees caving in. So make sure that, if anything, your knees are staying aligned with your second toe. So your knees are kind of over the middle of your foot. You don't want your knees buckling in. So I'm not sure exactly, aside from that, how should your knees be? That's all I can tell you unless you have a specific question. Okay, let's see here. We got one from H8A? Hada? Yeah, you didn't think I'd get that quick. H and then the Roman numeral VIII and then A. H8A. Hada? All right, Hada. Player hater? Don't hate the player, hate the game. Papa Swolio, should I focus on cardio first to lose fat, or will lifting heavy be enough? Oh, god fucking damn it, this goddamn cardio. Goddamn. Chill out, hater, but I'm going to hate on your question. All right, this is one of the biggest fitness fucking myth bullshit scams. I'm going to lose fat first and then build muscle. Build muscle now. Raise your resting metabolic rate, your need for your body to utilize stored fat on your body. You need more lean mass in order to do so. Just start lifting weights, increase your protein, keep your calories maybe in a slight deficit. You'll adjust as needed. You don't need to lose fat fast. Okay. Cardio is exactly, Nick. Cardio is a seasoning. Cardiovascular capacity is good. You just don't have to kill yourself with it. Like, for example, we're talking about marathons earlier. You don't have to, enough with the running to lose fat. Enough of this fucking shit. For real. Doesn't mean you can't have, doesn't mean cardiovascular activity is bad. Yeah, your heart functioning well is good. But this endless long distance running in order to, if you like running for whatever reason, that running cardio high, like some people like that shit, fine. I'm not telling people how to live their lives in that sense. But I mean, to do that in order to get leaner or, lose fat and shred up, it's kind of ridiculous. Not that it wouldn't help a little bit, but it's definitely shouldn't be the main thing. Shouldn't be the main thing. Okay, a lot of people use that as the main thing. I'm just going to do cardio and lose fat. It's like, yeah, it's not how it works. All right, let's see. RCS, Papa Swolio, for people building their own home gym, good for you. What equipment do you recommend starting with, and what would the perfect home gym have with no limits on space or money? I mean, it would just be a fucking gym. It'd be a fucking gym. It'd be a fucking gym. I mean, the perfect home gym would be like, hey, you have like a full-blown gym just at your home, like everything. So that would be the perfect home gym. And I'm not going to go over like the ideal. So, I mean, that's kind of silly. Like, yeah, awesome shit. So here's what I recommend, like certain progressions. So what equipment, it really depends on what your goal is. Some standard equipment that everyone should have. You should have a squat rack. Some sort of squat rack, because a squat rack, if you can have the arms, if you can have a half rack or a full rack, it's just so dynamic for any kind of barbell exercise, squats, deadlifts. You can anchor things to like if you get a Rogue one, like a Monster Light, you can add dip bars to it. You can add landmines. There's so many different things and attachments, and there's different styles of that, folding ones and all that kind of stuff. So a rack, I would recommend for a home gym, you can, full set of dumbbells. You can get adjustable dumbbells, save space. I have the power blocks that go up to 90s. Plus I have magnets that I can put on them to get it up to 95 plus. So I just have these like magnet and just slap them onto the metal. You could also, and kettlebells, steel club, mace bell. These things are fantastic. And kettlebells, there's so many exercises you can do and it doesn't take up much space until you get more kettlebells, but they're so dynamic. One of the things that's great for your shoulder and elbow, the steel clubs, we just added the Swollen 7s to swolenormousx.com, and that's amazing. That will strengthen your elbow. I would recommend doing steel clubs before you do, like one-arm steel clubs before you do mace bell. It'll really reinforce your shoulder and your elbow. It's fantastic. I do it pretty much every day. So a yoga mat takes up no space. You can roll it up, put it in the corner. You can get whatever, do barbells, different size bars. You can get a vertical rack. You can get wall mounted stuff, but those are some ideas. And everything that I just said is what I have. So Mama Swole and we still haven't, I have all the stuff in the gym, but still haven't actually anchored stuff to the walls. And it's kind of all got a bunch of stuff on the floor. So my home gym is actually losing a lot of space. It's just because kind of planning it out still, just thinking about what I want to do. Might be upgrading and getting one of those racks that mounts on the wall. I'm not sure because I already have squat stands. So it's kind of like you play around with things. I would recommend starting with the free stuff first, and then wall management is very important. And there's different ways you can get a cable machine. You just get those cables that you get from Amazon, and you can hook a pulley over a pull-up bar. There's different ways you can do it. So it really depends. I mean, it all depends on the money in the space. All depends on money and space. Andres Papaswolio, I think you've already commented your views on diets. I've lost almost 20 kilos just by sheer exercise. In your experience, is there any scenario where diet is advisable? Keto, etc. Everyone has a diet. So you mean a fad diet? I mean, 20 kilos by sheer exercise. I mean, you want to make sure that you're eating properly. So I recommend doing an elimination diet. Diet is just what you eat. So people use the term diet as if you're doing something restrictive. My diet's amazing. I eat to my satisfaction. I don't count calories. I eat great food. And it's extremely liberating, focusing on the foods that work optimally for my body and then just eating to my satisfaction. You know, and I fast usually during the day. I'm only eating once a day and maybe grazing a couple fruit and honey and stuff at other times. So yeah, you should have a solid diet that you're constantly refining. Pillar number two, my man. Thanks for the question. Duck Overlord, Papa Soy. I lost 100 pounds doing one meal a day, eating grass-fed steaks as my one meal. And I'm wondering if that's healthy in the long run. I don't feel ill at all. Yeah, it's not unhealthy. It's not unhealthy. Are you getting in organ meats? The most important thing is you're getting in all your vitamins and minerals. So yeah, you're going to lose a lot of weight. You're going to lose a lot of water weight from cutting out the carbs. You're going to lose a lot of inflammation. You're getting all the nutrients you need, but I would get in some beef liver, heart. You can take supplements too, bone marrow. I would recommend looking into all that, making sure that you're getting in the organ meats because you're not getting all the things that you need from just the meat. Organ meats are very important. Nose to tail, I would recommend. So fruits are great. I mean, I'm not full carnivore. So when people ask me, like, I think carnivore is great, but I just don't think it's ideal for most people. Just like keto. Keto has its moments. Maybe medically in certain situations, keto would be effective, but most people, it's not sustainable, especially if you're doing intense exercise. Fucking keto. Hell no, man. Philip, my brother, soon to be black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Good for you. Wanting to hear your advice on functional training, kettlebells, mace bells, etc. My advice? That's a very general question. My advice on all of it? They're great. A little more detailed question. Like, what are my advice on functional training, kettlebells, mace bells? I think they're fucking great, especially for martial arts. They're great for fitness and training in general. All right, let's see here. Mark, what are your thoughts on creatine? I finished the loading phase and now I'm doing 5 grams a day. You wasted your money, man. I've said this so many times on the podcast. Don't load. You don't fucking load. There's no need to load. You're just pissing that shit out. Don't load. Don't waste your money loading. Creatine's cheap, but it's unnecessary and it's taxing on the body. No need to load. 5 grams is fine. I mean, when you get creatine in meat, so I take creatine just to top it off, but everyone's going to react differently. Some people have naturally higher stores. If you eat a lot of meat, you're going to have a lot of creatine in your system. So, but for an adult male, 5 grams a day is harmless. You're drinking plenty of water. You're taking care of yourself. Yeah, you find it in food. All right, let's see. Let's see. Scrolling down. All right, we'll take 1 or 2 more questions. UASQK on Instagram. Papa Soy, how many years does it take to see big results? It might take, it takes a few. It takes a few at minimum, and it could take your lifetime. So big results, I don't know what that means. It can take you forever if you don't do it properly. So it's not just, hey, I got a gym membership and I'm eating some steak. You know, that's a good start, but what are you doing in the gym? It's not just about going to the gym and having a gym membership. It's about going to the gym and doing it properly over and over again, progressively overloading, mitigating your risk of injury, eating properly, sleeping. Like, people underestimate how much consistency and relentless obsession it takes to make progress in anything, let alone in fitness. So it can take a long time. It depends on how well you execute. Etiquette Surfer. Papa Solio, best substitute for leg extensions had ACL replacement. There's 2 different things, or there's a couple different things. Sissy squats are fantastic. You just got to start very, very slow. Step downs are excellent. Knee over toes step downs, great with a little elevation, stepping forward, popping back up. It gets that end range of motion. Reverse sled pulls are fantastic. Reverse sled is probably the number 1 thing that you can do for your knees. And also using a resistance band anchored in front of you, put it behind your kneecap and just bending your knee and straightening it. It's really hard to explain these exercises. We have a lot of them in X, but it's a very good mimic for leg extensions. But sissy squats are one of the best things you can do because when you do sissy squats, you're stretching the quad muscle, the rectus femoris that crosses the knee joint and the hip joint, because you're in pretty much hip extension. or at least neutral when you're doing a sissy squat, and your knees are going over your toes, so you're stretching at both ends. So it's really great for the rectus femoris. All right, so those are great. Reverse sled, start that off. Fuck leg extensions. I haven't done leg extensions in years. And my quads, my knees are stronger than ever. Leg extensions are overrated. Depends on what you're doing, but they're better exercises. That should take priority, in my opinion. Ungood music. That's unfortunate. What kind of music do you enjoy whilst ripping it in the fucking gym? A lot of times nothing, or a podcast, and sometimes it'll be metal, sometimes it'll be progressive trance and just like dum 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 dum. You know, it could be fucking like warrior music. A lot. Oh, he's sleeping. Lately it's just been nothing. I listen to nature. I just get inside my own fucking head and execute. It's fun. I like doing it with no music. You okay, buddy? He's got the pupper dreams. Hold on, let me rub this bitch down. It's okay. You're just dreaming. He was like whimpering. All right, hashtag Super Taint for a chance to win today's Swole card. Good questions. That's a good question. Dory Speakman live on the Mancast. Papa Swole, if you can't do sled, what do you recommend to get similar benefits? Well, there's nothing that really does that, because the sled, similar to the steel club, the inside out circles, that's the best thing because you're just doing the concentric movement for the triceps and the elbow over and over again. Little burp there. So sled's very important. If you say you can't do the sled, why can't you do the sled? Are you inside? Do you not have like an outdoor? You can get one for inside. You can get, it has like a little rubber flap and you can drag it on the floor and just put like, you can put books on it. You can get a plate and just lay it on there. I think Spud makes just like it's like a rubber flap and you can drag it across like hardwood floor or tile and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to make any marks or something like that, but I would recommend doing that. Put it on top of a towel and drag it back and forth. Even if you're in an apartment, I would take 5 steps or 10 steps back and just do 30 laps, listen to some music or watch a movie and fucking do it. Seriously. Well, if you can't do the sled because you don't have a sled, then maybe you can get a sled. And it's not expensive is my point. Like you can get that rubber flap and put a kettlebell on top of it or a dumbbell that you have. So yeah. So that's what I would recommend. The step downs are excellent too. Sissy squats are fantastic also, but I would definitely recommend doing the sled as well. And the sissy squats you could do short. Won't sandbag help Dory? Sandbag carry? Not for knees. If anything, that's not good for your knees. And when I say not good for your knees, I mean, it's not improving it. Like if you have knee impairments and you add weight to your body, that's going to put a lot of pressure on your knees. That's what I mean. Okay. So that's what I'd recommend. I would recommend doing that. All right. Any other follow-ups? These are great. These were great questions. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I saw one before. Nick, did you see there's a new trans movement? People who identify as being handicapped. Like, what the fuck? Are these the people that were like removing legs that we talked about? Identify as being handicapped. When you can't be a victim enough, right?
As you can see, my nipples have been removed from my body. Where they are, I don't know.
Yeah, just, hey, I'm handicapped. I'm identifying now as handicapped. Well, I'm a black 6'10" NBA superstar, by the way. Can't you tell by my huge fucking cock? Yeah. All right. Because family-friendly podcast, by the way. All right, make sure you share the stream. We're about to go balls deep. Share the fucking Mancast right now. Share it. Fuck yeah! I'll tell you what. We're about to go balls deep. That's because we're going balls deep right fucking now. Let's go, baby.
That's deep.
All right.
I gave it a 10. A fucking 10.
Interesting. Will a tarp work? I mean, yeah, you can. I mean, you're going to hold the tarp and put some weight on it and walk back. Yeah, that will work. All you're doing is you're dragging it back. The only thing is when you have a sled or something, you can wear a dip belt, for example, and anchor it to your waist. You just have to hold it with your hands. So you can definitely hold it with your hands. You have a TRX or a rope with a handle. Yeah, you're just ghetto rigging it a little bit. But yeah, you could totally drag a tarp. You just have to walk backwards. Just your arms are going to get tired, so That's the only thing. But yeah, you can. As long as you're walking backwards. A yoga mat, these are some great ideas. Why not? Yeah, you can do a yoga mat. As long as you grab the yoga mat and you put some weight on it. You don't need a ton of weight to start. Just like if you just do higher repetitions, just throw like 20 pounds on there, 40 pounds, whatever you got. Cerny does it. Cerny, what'd you get for your sled? Cerny, you do it. I don't know how much weight you're doing. All right, let's get into some balls deep content. All right, let's get into it. Are you ready, fam? Super thyroid. All right, let's see what we got here. We have 2 posts, and then we'll get into a couple videos. This one, what we got here?
What's in the box?
Yes. Remember, you guys remember the movie Office Space when he's like, I might even show my O face. Oh. You know what I mean? Oh. I might actually get that soundboard. That'd be great. Have you seen my stapler for some soundboard? But anyway, these people think the O word is obesity. So PSA, why I say fat in parentheses and don't use the O words. Okay.
Matt Damon. We choose truth over facts.
All right. I love how you're taking, like, what is this? You're taking back the word fat. It's so weird. The fat activists avoid the word obesity and I want the word fat. You know why? Because obesity actually means something. It's like, yeah, you're sick. Fat, well, that's just your opinion. It's fat phobic. Fat is a construct. Yeah, well, your failing pancreas is not a construct. That's just fucking science and reality. So don't use the O words. Yeah, okay. All right, fat activists and advocates for fat acceptance use the word fat both as a neutral descriptor for larger body sizes and as an identity marker or a way to create community. That's exactly what I just said. We don't use O words because overweight implies a norm for all people. Over what weight? Well, when you become wider than you are tall.
Matt Damon.
Obese has a strong negative connotation because it's the manifestation of chronic illness and disease and terrible lifestyle habits. Number 3, both words medicalize human diversity in body size. Which is, what the fuck?
What the fuck is that?
It's important to normalize fat. And there's the answer right there. It's not important to normalize it. We don't want to normalize something that's terrible for the human condition. It's not good. Being obese is bad. It's not a good thing. We don't want to normalize it. It's normal. I mean, it's average. That's not good. We do not want to normalize it. Okay. We want to avoid it and take care of our health. That way we never have to be a burden to ourselves or others that we love or the healthcare system and all those things. And it just fucking feels miserable. I've been overweight. I've been pudgy because I was bulking too much. I know what it's like to be too heavy for my joints, and it fucking scared the shit out of me. Goddamn right. It's a wake-up call. When I jogged out to my car because I forgot something and I was like 225 pounds, I was strong as shit. I was just more puffy because I was eating a lot of shit. And I realized, oh my God, I feel like crap. I'm just not tall enough to carry that much mass unless I want to be a pro bodybuilder and be extremely unhealthy. This is a post here from the Anti-Diet Plan, another tard that we like to cover here. And this rainbow weird background, maybe for Pride Month. It's Alphabet Month, fam. Stop assuming that fat people have a disordered relationship with food. No. How about that? Nope. I won't. I will not.
Mr. Strickland.
I will absolutely
Well,
not.
I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
No, I won't. Stop assuming that fat people have a disordered relationship with food. You know what? If you're morbidly obese, yeah, you might have a great relationship with food. What's the chance of that? Can someone tell me what the chance of that is? Oh my God, look at that fat anyone. Look at that fat person. Do you think they have a great relationship with food? What does that mean? Let me define what that means, a relationship with food. All right, food is not a relationship. You're not dating your fucking food. This is how these addicts talk. My relationship, my close proximity association, my passionate embrace with food. No, it's a goddamn tool that you need to survive. Eat the right shit and eat it to your satisfaction. Take care of your body, period, end of story. It's not a relationship. You're not dating it. Okay? So if I see a fat person, I do not think... Let me tell you, the first thing that pops into my head is like, wow, they really take great care of their body. They just have a huge gut for no fucking reason. That's what doesn't occur to me at all. the first thing that occurs to me is like, that person's fat, because my eyes see things. And when I see someone that looks like looks like a pregnant woman, whether or not they are pregnant or a woman, they could be a man. A lot of men are so fat they look like pregnant women if you just see their outline. So the first thing that comes to mind when I see a fat person is not that person really eats properly and takes care of their health. Why would it? Come on now. Anyone? Yeah, there's no sense there. There's no sense there. Let's see, Nick. Wait, Papa. So we can't assume for them having an unhealthy relationship, but they can label us orthorexic and having other eating disorders. Yeah, orthorexia is one of the funny ones. It's like, you are so obsessed with eating healthy. Really, that's usually someone that's not eating healthy, because if you think like eating clean is like eating kale, a little bit of chicken breast and like a salad, like, okay, I'm orthorexic. No, you're just not eating healthy. That, for me, that's most orthorexics, or what they define it, are really just anorexics that actually work out. It's usually, it's kind of like a bigger realm for like anorexia. It's really just like, we're just breaking these things down so we can diagnose more things and hand out more drugs and bill more hours and shit like that. It's nonsense. In many cases, most cases. It's most diseases, most psychological issues and depression and these things are from lifestyle habits and social media and eating garbage food, not getting enough sleep, and, you know, a debased monetary system that's failing and inflating like crazy. People are anxious, constantly in a state of anxiety. Like, no shit, kids need drugs, and you wonder why they shoot up fucking schools. It's because you're pumping them full of medication since they're 5 fucking years old, pumping them full of sugar and garbage. They've never exercised or staring at a goddamn screen, allowing their brains to be literally developed by these tech overlords. What the fuck do you goddamn expect? What do you expect? Stop. If you actually parented your child and took some responsibility for you raising them like fucking shit, maybe we'd have a healthier society. But hey, it's just a Wednesday, you know? It's just a fucking Wednesday. There's a rant right there. Share the mancast. Let's get into a couple videos. All right, fam. Pick a number between 1, 2, 3. Well, not between 1, 2, and 3 and 4. Pick a number 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Oh, God.
Are there any women here today?
Number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4. Drop them in the comments down below. And let's remind everyone, don't forget to check out the brand new Drive Mole Gaining on the Swolenormous YouTube channel. It is fucking awesome. Go check it out. Brand new drop. And also right here on the Daily Swole podcast, if you're watching, make sure you check out the brand new Swolosophy that dropped. And let me know what you think. And if you like those drops on the Daily Swole podcast, I'm going to be doing more Swolosophy drops. That way you can get a little bit more depth to your Daily Swole experience. Going to add some more content to the audio podcast. So I hope you enjoy. Let's go with Nick number 4. Nick number 4. Today's was Simplify and Amplify. Simplify and Amplify. All right, this one's called, this is a stitch. Oh my God, medical fat phobia. So this is a stitch. And oh, Jesus Christ. So the text on the screen says, what is the rudest thing a doctor has ever said to you? Oh my God. You weigh blank. Let me weigh you. That's the rudest thing a doctor says. Like, oh my God, the doctor tried to weigh me. How rude. How to weigh me. Okay.
Stitch this and tell me the rudest thing a doctor or medical professional has ever said to you.
Oh, I got this. This one's mine. So it's hard to find a doctor in BC, and I had found a new doctor when I was looking at getting pregnant with my oldest. I went in and I explained to my doctor that...
With my what? With your what? With her oldest? Wait, well, hold on a second.
And I had found a new doctor when I was looking at getting pregnant with my oldest.
With my old what? What is that? Someone help me with this.
I found a doctor in BC, and I had found a new doctor when I was looking at getting pregnant with my oldest. I went in and I explained to my doctor that my husband and I would like to try for a baby, and I was about 330 pounds at the time.
Whoa. Whoa. Did she say oldest? Yeah, that's why I thought she said oldest. You're getting pregnant with your oldest? That doesn't make sense. Like, you're banging your... No, like... You went to see about getting pregnant. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Okay, no one knows. Her first pregnancy is what? Okay.
And I was about 330 pounds.
330
at
pounds.
the time. Wow. She looked at me and said, "You should not try to get pregnant in your condition."
Because
she also said because of my size, it'd be really difficult for me to get pregnant.
Probably.
So I told her, well, there was like one time, and I took a pregnancy test, and shocking, I was already pregnant.
Oh my God,
She
it
then
happened.
looked me up and down and said, "Would you like to continue with this pregnancy?" She essentially insinuated because of my size, I should have an abortion until I got thinner to try for a baby.
Maybe because you're a high risk pregnancy, and maybe because, I don't know, maybe you, I don't know, maybe because you can't take care of yourself, obviously. If you're 330 pounds, how could you take care of another human being? That's probably not a bad call. I'm not making a pro-choice or pro-abortion argument, but yeah, you're not doing too good with yourself. So adding another human to that list, it's going to be a rough one.
Essentially insinuated because of my size, I should have an abortion until I got thinner to try for a baby. She then took my blood pressure and told me I had to go on blood pressure medication because it was through the roof. And I kept saying, I think the cuff is too tight. She finally tried a larger cuff and shocking, my blood pressure was perfect. If you don't think that phobia is real, try having a high BMI and going to a doctor.
Why do you have a high BMI? If you think fat phobia is real, try being fat. In other words, if you think unhealthy is, you are not a healthy person. You're not healthy at 330 pounds. Your blood pressure was fine in the moment. Okay. You think that's going to be fine when you're pregnant? Anyone else has had a baby here before? Yeah. There are a lot of complications when you add another 20, 30 pounds to your frame and another human being and your hormones are all fucking nuts. Okay. Silly monkeys. Silly monkeys. How about not being morbidly obese? How about not being morbidly obese? You trash your health. Doctor is totally fine with offering those things or asking those questions. And you know what? The way she said it, the way this woman said it, the doctor didn't say it like that. The doctor would be like, "So, do you actually want to go ahead with that pregnancy?" Doctors don't talk like that. She probably asked. It's probably something that's probably in a pro-choice state or whatever. It's probably a standard thing, right? It's probably whenever you find that you're pregnant, boom, boom, boom. It's probably like a list of things that the doctors ask. I don't know what the doctor was asking, but I guarantee she didn't ask it in the manner in which this woman is saying. She probably asked it very, very black and white, like normal. Because how many pregnant people come into doctor's offices? How many times, over, and it's just the same old thing. Like they might care or whatever, but they're also, okay, we got a lot of other patients. Okay, you want this? Are you going ahead with this pregnancy? Because, did she say that? She assumed. Like, I'll take things that didn't happen for 1,000, Alex. These are standard questions. When you go to the doctor's office, like, you have to answer a lot of questions. If they're pregnant, you have to go check this, ask this, check this. You have a family history of this. What's this? What's that? What's that? What's this? Asking fucking questions. But the real question is, why are you 330 fucking pounds? And what makes you think that you're going to have a successful pregnancy? And what makes it strange to be like, you're going to have a tough time getting pregnant? Most people today have tough times. Why? Because of all the toxins in our environment, the phthalates, the endocrine disruptors from soaps, shampoos, conditioners, air fragrances, perfumes, garbage inflammation in the food, lack of sleep, all this type of shit. People are having more trouble than ever. Plant-based fucking diets. Give me a goddamn break. Taint length matters, fam. All right, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Let's go.
And by the way, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
Yeah, that happened. That actually happened. All right, let's get into another one. JC La DeLeon, number one.
You switch the samples.
All right. Okay, here we go. This one's called Fatness and Disability. Fatness and Disability. Number one. Let's see, JC, don't fail us.
One thing I've been thinking a lot about recently
Nico
is
Cotto
the
looks rough.
intersection of fatness and disability, because being disabled is
How many hoops are in the
something
nose?
I am
It's like 2. That's
only
2.
beginning to
2 in
let
the front.
myself accept.
1 on the left.
And that's, you know, there's a lot of things rooted in why that is, and a lot of it's just ableism and internalized ableism.
Ableism and internalized ableism. Is Judith here? Is Judith here? Okay. I always like to bring out like the big guns, the logic and common sense. Okay.
And learned ableism, but
learned ableism.
One of my most common anxieties.
All right, someone drop in the comments, like do a Google, like what is the actual definition of ableism? Like what do they claim it is? Just look that up. That way, anyone that's listening, we can define it just so people understand. Because a lot of people haven't heard. They've heard fat phobia, like ableism. Like, wait, what? What the fuck is that? So you could drop that in the comments. One of you are gonna look it up.
With becoming disabled, at the age that I am, and looking young and like I should, you know, be able-bodied, whatever that fucking means, is I'm so anxious that people are going to look at me and think that I'm using a mobility aid because I'm fat. And not that that even matters, but like, that's one of the
what is happening
new.
So is this, I don't know, is this
fun little,
this is a girl. Is this girl like disabled and she's like, is she actually disabled? She looks like she's kind of standing or walking. Like, is she in a wheelchair? Like, what's going on? She's thinking that she's going to be looked at because she's disabled because she's fat. Like, what is going on here?
Internalized fat phobia things that I have realized that is, I'm afraid of looking fat while disabled. And
I'm tired of looking fat while disabled. So eat less food and eat better food. Like, make better choices. You'll lose weight. You will. You'll lose weight. Your body can't maintain.
Working through that, bruh.
What is happening? What is happening?
But you have to. I have to work through that because I'm fat and I'm disabled. Yes. And it doesn't matter how people view me because of that, regardless of that, or with those together.
All right. These apps are not therapist couches. Like, this is, people are using this as free therapy. Like, this is just rambling. This is rambling. And I'm not saying, like, hey, are you disabled for, like, I don't know what the reason is. Like, this person hasn't explained anything. There's just a lot of feelings here. So it's like, what are you telling us? That you are concerned, but you're not concerned, but you care, but you don't care, but you're making a 2-minute video. I don't know what's going on.
I just got to work through my own internalized ableism and fat phobia. That's just like re-emerging.
What?
So let me know if you're also working through the same shit.
Oh, no, I'm absolutely not. I don't know what the fuck just happened.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
What was said?
All men and women created by you know the thing.
Yo, I literally 2 minutes, and I know I was talking over the beginning of it. I just don't know what the actual point was. I would literally have to listen to that again at least once or twice. I will not do it. I say I will not fucking do it. I'm not going to end today's episode on that. So I'm going to take control of this last one. We might get through 2 of them. All right. Pick a number, everyone. 1 or 2. Let's do this. 1 or 2. Let's rail through these. 1 or 2.
What's in the box?
1 or 2. We got 2 videos, but we might have to just bang them both. I'm not ending on that one because that was fucking garbage. That was garbage. Sorry, guys. Yeah, JC, go. God damn it. God fucking.
Go fuck yourself.
First, take a big step back.
God damn it.
And literally fuck your own face.
God damn it. That fucking video. Shit. Well, like I always say, it's choosing a shit sandwich. It's a big pile of shit. Which piece of shit, stanks the least? You're not going to win picking a number. You're not going to win. You're not going to win. All right, Josh, number 1. Josh, number 1. Josh, number 1. You got us some new pronouns, Josh.
Chlorophyll?
All right.
More like borophyll.
This one's called New Pronouns, and holy fucking hell. The account, this is from Libs of TikTok, but the account is Too queer to be here. Well, obviously not queer enough, but let's.
Happy Pride, everybody. I already mentioned this in my story, but I've added a new set of pronouns to the pronouns that I'm comfortable being called.
Oh, great.
So per is a neo-pronoun that comes from the word person, which is why I really like him.
Okay, excellent. New pronouns. I just came across some new ones. My God, where does this end? My God.
I've been sitting on Fair's pronouns for a while, and honestly,
I've been sitting on them. I've just been sitting on these pronouns. You know, I've been kind of like, I've been parking my shit here on the fairs, but now I'm like, I'm ready for something different. I'm not getting enough attention with that anymore.
What happened to your queer party friends?
I'm not getting enough out of it. I'm not getting enough attention out of the fairs.
sitting on Fair's pronouns for a while. And honestly, kind of psyching myself out about it. I'm like, oh, do I really want to like change this again? And then I like...
Oh my God, I am not taking a sip of water for the rest of this episode. That is a soundboard right there. What in the actual fuck?
What the fuck is that?
Oh, that was a good one. Like, oh my God, I have to change these again? You don't have to. Just keep keep the female ones. They're fine. They're just fine.
kind of psyching myself out about it. I'm like, oh, do I really want to like change this again? And then I like realized, I was like, who cares? Yes. Like, if I decide that I don't like them, I can just stop using them. My other thing about this new set of pronouns is that I would only like for queer and trans people to use them for me.
What? What's with the woods? What's with the woods? You can tell, like, by the weather. It's all like Pacific Northwest, right? What's with all these videos of people taking these things in the woods now? It's good. Get outside in nature. I mean, you know.
Cishet people, they, them. Queer and or trans people, you can use they, them, or fair. It's all good with me. I'm excited because fair pronouns make me feel very affirmed in my not feeling like a person.
Okay, I froze. I broke for a second.
Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
Wow, that is a soundboard and a half. I'm going to have some fun pulling some shit from that. Yo. That was a lot. Yeah. Imagine how much life she would get back just by, I don't know, being productive, being a productive member of society. Like, don't you have a hobby rather than just navel gazing and, you know, sniffing your own fucking farts? Like, I'm going to be called Faye and Fair. Who the fuck is going to call you Fair and Faye when you're not there? Like, this is how you're going to refer to me when I'm not there. Oh, Faye said that. That's a name. Like, Faye is a name. Fair. What the fuck is that? That's a Matt Damon. That's right.
Matt Damon.
This is painful shit. God damn it, it just says McLovin. It just says McLovin. Okay.
Another example of cake gender would be if someone feels like they have different layers or flavors to their particular gender.
All right. If you got some different flavors to your particular gender, cake gender's where it's at. Okay. Hashtag Super Taint for a chance to win today's Swole card.
You fucking people.
Yeah. We got one more video. You ready? One more video. As long as she isn't producing kids. Steffi, what would fuck that? What on God's green earth would penetrate that? You have to be like a real fair. Like, what, a fairy has to come out? I don't know. Like, who is going to mate with that thing? What is it? No one knows. No one.
I better use my strong hand.
Yeah. Okay, the title we have is, it's from Chonky Queen. Fucking Chonky Queen. I'm so fat, I'm not even chunky anymore. I'm chonky. Just swap out that fucking vowel. I'm chonking now, bitch. Chonky Queen. You can keep that you. This is called Offensive Jim. Someone who can donate sperm. Ryan, you obviously have never been to the backwoods of North Carolina.
There's Tiny Tuck, Typical Tuck, Total Tuck, and the Tyrannical Tuck.
I've been to some of those areas. I've driven through them. It's fucking yeesh. Yeah, it can get real out in West Virginia and North Carolina. Yeah, it can get, talk about, there's some serious inbreeding going on over there. So good point taken. This one's called Offensive Jim. It's from Chonky Queen. Let's move on.
What's in the box? Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying in baseball!
I have been thinking about this non-stop since I saw it yesterday.
Okay, I can't wait. Non-stop. All right, I'll play it again.
I have been thinking about this non-stop since I saw it yesterday. I was busing to work and I bussed past a gym, which is right beside a McDonald's. And on the sign, like promoting
I wonder why she was at the McDonald's and she passed a gym. Yeah, okay.
the gym, it said exercise, not extra fries, facing the McDonald's drive-thru. Which, like,
I've seen that before. I've seen that. All right, so she's talking about a gym next to McDonald's. It says exercise, not extra fries. No shit. Stop poisoning yourself. So Chonky Queen took offense because I like McDonald's. All right, let's say it again.
on the sign, like promoting the gym, it said exercise, not extra fries, facing the McDonald's drive-thru. Which, like, I totally think was probably just a little joke, something fun to put on there.
No shit. But I'm going to hate it and rant on it anyway. No shit, it's a joke. You're offended because you want your greasy, addictive fries, don't you, Chonky Queen?
But it really bothered me.
No
Like,
shit.
it's definitely not that big of a deal, but to me, it just totally felt like they were shaming the people in that drive-thru.
Yes, they should be shamed. Why don't they have shame? Why aren't they ashamed of themselves? If you find yourself in a fast food drive-thru, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should have shame. I'm not saying it should ruin your day and you should hang yourself from your fucking bathroom doorway. What I am saying is, yeah, we need some more shame. Why are you in as an adult in a fast food drive-thru? Are you poisoning your children? Are you poisoning yourself? Poisoning a friend? You're just in a drive-thru along with some other people? We drove. We're on a road trip. We're in the car doing absolutely jack shit for so long, we better stuff our face with garbage. Yeah, you should be more shame. Shame. I've been wanting to get that soundboard for a while from Game of Thrones. Yeah, GOT, shame. I'm going to get that. You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. Why not? Why not? Bring back shame. Bring back shame. You know what shame is? Shame is the human barometer. It's like your own internal barometer for what you should be doing. Like, oh, I know I should be going to the fucking gym. I feel a little bit, shame. That's fine. Fine. Fucking beat yourself up a little bit. Get after it. It's all about what you do after that. So instead of what people do, and like Chonky Queen does, she feels shame and then internalizes everyone else is a meanie. I'm going to eat what I want. I'm beautiful the way I am. Body positivity, fat acceptance. Yay, love me the way I am. I said love me. I said fucking, you son of a bitch. I said fucking love me the way I am. I told you to fucking love me. Disney told you to fucking love me. Love me. Love me or fucking else. Love me. I'm taking your fucking guns. Love me.
Great Scott!
All right.
No need to stop being a lady.
All right.
Quit worrying. You'll be back on your knees in no time.
In other words, she's saying all the quiet parts out loud. Yes, it's all in fun. Yes, it's not a big deal, but you're going to kick and scream about it because you want your fries, don't you? Don't you? Don't you? Don't ya?
That's a huge not that big of a deal, but to me, it just totally felt like they were shaming the people in that drive-thru.
Yep.
And I know if I was going through there and I saw that, I would feel really bad about myself. And honestly,
You should. I'm going to keep on stopping this. If you are in a McDonald's drive-thru, you should feel bad. And that should get you to get the fuck out of there. Yeah, you should feel bad. You should feel bad. What the fuck? You want a goddamn medal? Oh my God, if I was in that drive-thru, I would feel bad. Let me tell you. No one in that drive-thru. If you're in a fucking fast food drive-thru, you don't care that a gym signs. You gave up. You're punched out. You're like, I don't give a fuck. You're in a fast food drive-thru. You're in a fast fucking food drive-thru. You think a sign outside a gym next door? You don't even know what a gym is. Get the fuck out of here. All right, that's a little excessive. But what else? What isn't excessive here in the Mancast? Even these dick is fucking excessive. Okay.
I saw that, I would feel really bad about myself and honestly, probably not eat them. It also made
Good success. We did it, fam. We did it. She decided not to stuff her face with garbage. Oh my God.
How dare you?
Maybe that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
I definitely never want to go to that gym because it does not feel very supportive to put stuff like that. It totally feels like they're being judgmental. I could totally.
They are. If you're eating fast food, you should be judged against. Yeah, you eat shit. You don't take care of your body. Yeah, well, I eat really healthy. It's my cheat meal. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Having a cheat meal is the same way like, hey, I did great form and great exercise all week, and at the end of the week, it's Saturday. Let me take a dumbbell and drop it on my foot because, hey, it's different than what I've been doing all week. That's what it's doing. You're like, hey, let me just smash myself in the face with a mace bell on Sunday. It's my fucking rest day. It's my cheat day. I may as well smash myself in the head with a weight. Why not? Why not? Let me just smash myself in the head here. Jesus Christ. Stop being so pathetic. It hurts to watch.
To put stuff like that, it totally feels like they're being judgmental. I could totally just be being overdramatic right now, but I just kind of thought we were past shit like that. Like, that just seems a little unnecessary to me.
Yeah, you know what's more necessary for you?
Emotional damage.
A little bit of that would help. A little bit of that would go a long way. A long way. All right, Tainty Boy is sleeping. Let's give away today's Swole card. Super Taint. Make sure, fam, that you go and check out today's Driving While Gaining over there in the Swolenormous channel. And, of course, join the fam today, swolenormousx.com. That's swolenormousx.com. And join the fam today. Get access to all our programs, training, yoga, and so much fucking more. We got it all for you. Fam-wise, Falcon, let's go. Super Taint. Super Taint. It's Super Taint. Oh, we got a Tainty. We got a Tainty boy over here. We got a Tainty man. We got a winner, fam. It's Chris Roberts. Congratulations. Fucking beast. Oh my God, Chris, Super Taint. Congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 222-4 in the subject. Your mailing address in the body of the email will send you this Super Tainty card. Very nice, delicious, and nutritious. You can put that right on the dashboard for your next 7-hour drive. So congratulations, Chris. Thank you so much for playing. And fam, go and check out some Driving While Gaining. I am so excited for all the new content coming. I'm telling you, this is the Renaissance Swole. It's a Swole Renaissance in 2022, and it starts right fucking now. So let's nut this beesh, go make some gains, and fuck me a steak. Go to the fucking gym.
Crucifixion.
Take some soundboard.
Good. Out of the door, right line on the left, one cross each.
All right. Remember, use papaswolio.com if you want to check out the brand new apparel. Use code DailySwole for 10% off. And if you are ready to crush all 7 pillars elimination diet, full programs, 250 yoga classes, Swole in 7, Swolosophy, master classes, program vault, instructional video library, brain games. We got everything that you need inside Swolenormous X. You fucking swole sluts. Join the fam today. Swolenormousx.com. That's swolenormousx.com. I'm fucking ready to lift again.
Loud noises!
That's a little Tainty boy. That's a Tainty man.
There are no more shenanigans, no more tomfoolery, no more ballyhoo.
I'm your huckleberry. That's just my game.
Why don't you get the hell out of here before I snap your dick off and jam it into your ass?
Now I know you'd love to just sit there and keep being not slim, but we gotta work a little today, okay?
Emotional damage.
Your father was a woman.
Inconceivable.
The attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
Look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there like a little lady in a race car.
I'm totally comfortable in my body. I just don't want to be in pain.
Baby.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
No medication except my fucking antidepressants.
Sam! Sam!
Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn!
No hands. It's my dick. The crust. Oh, yeah, we fucking did.
And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives.
All right, fam, thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Make sure you share the stream, leave us a review, Apple Podcasts and Spotify, leave us a review. They take so long to publish those fucking things. If you haven't, it helps tremendously for distribution and for them offering up the Daily Swole as someone else's knowledge cock listening experience if they are checking out other podcasts in the same category. So if you enjoy the show, make sure you share it with your friends, leave us a review, and of course, join today and check out all those links and free downloads over there at swolenormousx.com. We'll see you tomorrow back here for 2225. It is Thursday, and it's gonna be a fucking rager. Peace, McGee's, Deuce Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you laid, that's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, chill. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant, on topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies.